Welcome to the KK Petty TV.
Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel.
We do doll videos, Roblox, baking, and vlogs.
We also do short films such as The Story of Crazy Face, and we also do Talking Hot Show.
A special thank you to Blue Blood Sports TV. Thank you so much for your support. We will continue to work hard and bring you more content. Bye!
Show support. Subscribe to KK Penson TV. If you got children, if you got nieces, if you got nephews, if you got little cousins, if you have friends that have kids, make sure they subscribe to KK Penson TV. Please do that. Show love and show support.
Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, 4-division world champion, superstar boxer, Adrien the Problem Broner, breaks down why him and legendary former 5-division world champion, former pound-for-pound king, the man known as Money, Floyd Money Mayweather, have hard time staying on good terms. Adrien Broner broke it down. Adrien Broner says the reason why people have issues with Floyd Mayweather, mainly the reason why he has issues with Floyd Mayweather, was due to the fact that when they first met, he says, he looked up to Floyd Mayweather. He said first he looked up to Rasheed Warren in his neighborhood, right? He says he was the guy I looked up to in the sport of boxing. And as I got a hold of who Floyd Mayweather was later on, I wanted to be just like Floyd Mayweather. Too much like Floyd Mayweather, and I almost lost my way. He stated that, he met Floyd Mayweather after the Paulie Malignaggi fight. He says, the first time I met Floyd Mayweather was after the Paulie Malignaggi fight. Was actually during the fight. I started talking to Floyd Mayweather while he was sitting ringside. He said I was just, talking junk to Floyd Mayweather as I was fighting Paulie Malignaggi. He says, but a lot of people then started saying that I could beat Floyd Mayweather, I was better than Floyd Mayweather, and I could surpass Floyd Mayweather and his accomplishments. He says, and Floyd Mayweather, we went out, and Floyd Mayweather, he says he was out with his team, and Floyd Mayweather happened to be in the same location, and Floyd Mayweather sent somebody over to tell him that he wanted to meet him. He says from that moment on, he says Floyd Mayweather, was a friend of mine. He said it was surreal because it was somebody that I looked up to for so long. He said, so I was ready to leave, me and my entourage. He said I had about 25 people with me. He says, and then we were getting ready to leave, and Floyd Mayweather said, wait, where you going? Don't leave yet. He said, next thing I know, Floyd Mayweather was paying for all 25 of us to fly and go, travel. He says, the next thing I know, I was stuck with Floyd Mayweather for 2 months. He says, I started to tell myself, I got to get away from this dude. I got to separate myself. He says, then that turned into one thing led into another. He said, before I know it, Floyd Mayweather was offering to sign me to Mayweather Promotions. He says, that's when the issue came about, because when Floyd Mayweather met me, I was already rich. I was already a 3-division world champion. I was already a superstar. I didn't truly know my worth at the time, but I was already a superstar. I was already a 3-division world champion. I was already a multi-millionaire. He said, so I was already rich. And Floyd Mayweather is not used to people telling him no. Floyd Mayweather is not used to being turned down. He said this was Floyd Mayweather at the height of being Floyd Mayweather. He said, so I told him no, because if I sign with Mayweather Promotions, then I'm going to be up under your banner, and I'm going to be up under you, and I'll never be able to sprout my wings and fly. So no thank you. He says, I had about billions. He says that caused a rift. That caused tension between us. He says, and from then on, it became somewhat of competitive from Floyd Mayweather. That's why he wanted to see me lose. He says he matched me up against Ashley Theopine, but he knew that Ashley Theopine couldn't beat me. He says, so Floyd Mayweather had to come to his senses And he actually came up to me and he told me, I just got you some easy money. I know you're going to win this fight. I know you got the tools. I know you're special. He says, now Floyd Mayweather may not say it publicly all the time, but he tells people that tell me that he believes that I'm special. So he knows that I'm special. And sometimes I may not, live up to what people think that I should be, but I know I'm special and he knows I'm special. He says, but that's when the tension came in. And that's when a lot of the problems came in because I never needed his money. He says, I was already a superstar. I didn't fully understand who I was and what I accomplished, but I knew I was already a superstar and I already had a plan to continue on my path of being great. And I didn't need Floyd Mayweather. I don't need your money. I don't need you, is what Adrien Broner said he told Floyd Mayweather, and that caused the rift. And I can believe this. See, if you look at Floyd Mayweather, he has issues with his fighter, his prize fighter, and I mean prize not just from the sport of boxing, but I mean prize pupil fighter under his Mayweather promotion banner, that being 2-division world champion Gervonta Tank Davis, who's undefeated and currently the WBA lightweight world champion. And they always seem to be at odds. They always seem to bump heads. And it's because Floyd Mayweather can't control his outcome. Floyd Mayweather wants to be in control. Floyd Mayweather is used to always getting his way. Floyd Mayweather's not used to people turning him away. Floyd Mayweather's not used to people not wanting to need him and use their own journey. And that's where the issues come in. You can see this with Gervonta Tank Davis, clear as day, right? And, Floyd Mayweather should be the biggest promoter in all of boxing. Hands down, Mayweather Promotions should be the biggest promotional company within the sport of boxing. The influence that Floyd Mayweather can have over all of these young boxers coming up behind him that looked up to him, right? Positive influence he could have, right? He could take them to, like he says, he wants records are made to be broken, and he could put these guys in position. Now, I don't know if they could break his record. I don't know if they'll ever be better than him, but they could be great in their own right, and they can make Floyd Mayweather tons and tons of money, as he loves, more so than he's making now from his fighters, if he promotes them correctly. Right? Floyd Mayweather seems not to want to be too hands-on. Maybe that's due to the fact that he just recently retired. And he don't want to tie himself down to the business part of the sport of boxing, being a promoter. That's the reason why he has Mayweather CEO Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe, as the face and the figurehead, and you see Leonard Ellerbe doing the business everywhere. You see Leonard Ellerbe more than you see Floyd Mayweather. And so the fact that remains that Mayweather Promotions should be hands and feet above any and every promotional company out there, because he is the biggest influencer within the sport of boxing. He might be the biggest since Muhammad Ali. This is how far he could touch these young fighters. He can make so much more happen with these young fighters if he just asserts himself. But I believe that Floyd Mayweather gets in his own way because Floyd Mayweather competitive nature has transitioned from inside the ring to outside the ring. And I believe deep down Floyd Mayweather is still competitive and truly doesn't want to see these guys break his records, right? I believe he wants to help them, but he don't truly want these records to be broken. He wants to stand alone at the top. And that's not a bad thing. But he could be and do so much more within the sport of boxing. And so many young guys you hear have the same issues with Floyd Mayweather when it comes to, him wanting to sign them. And if they don't sign, he detaches himself because he's not used to hearing the word no. So this is what Adrien Broner explained, that this is where the issue began to brew between him and Floyd Mayweather. And since then, Adrien Broner says, I just found myself saying, I'm so different from this guy. It's better that we just don't hang out so much together. So I truly hope Floyd Mayweather's gotten into training now. He's starting to train fighters. And I truly hope that Floyd Mayweather asserts himself and, make Mayweather Promotions bigger than life, because it has the potential to do so. So let's see how this all plays out. And Adrien Broner is reporting that he may possibly have a big fight on the horizon in the making against Regis Prograis. That would be a huge fight for Adrien Broner, as Regis Prograis just recently signed with the PBC. So he's going to have a tune-up fight with the PBC. His first fight out is not going to be Adrien Broner. But it's starting to be, a pattern that guys are signing into the PBC, and if they're in and around the weight class like Manny Pacquiao, they're fighting Adrien Broner. So let's see how this all plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Raw. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace. More Modern Day Slave out now. Go get your copy. Pariah Administrations presents More Modern Day Slave. You can hear a sneak peek coming up right now. Listen to the sneak peek. Then go to SoundCloud and support the grind. Support the business. Let's go. Let's get it. Support More Modern Day Slave right now. Let's listen to this sneak peek.
Interactions with a bass head. Seen his eyes for the bass hit him. He was soul searching for his place. Too late to judge him. I'm addicted to his payment. Stay a boy, stay paid vacation. Trying to take my babies to the caves. Enjoying the fruits of all their hard labor. But for right now, stay down and stay patient. I don't converse with niggas stuck off in the matrix. Trunking peace sounds get made with killer faces. Every soul around us what was syndicated. Not up in the process of being renovated.
Hey, this is Jasmine. Thank you for watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, soy Jasmine. Gracias por ver Sangre Azul Deportes TV. Gracias.